In this video we're going to look at the circumference. The circumference is a special name given to the perimeter or the distance around the outside of a circle. It's calculated using a formula, or in fact we have two formulas for the circumference. To understand the formulas, let's look at these two circles and just remind ourselves something about circles. The diameter is the distance from one side of the circle to the other side of the circle going through the centre. So you can see here D is labelled and that's the diameter, whereas the radius is the distance from the centre of the circle to the outside edge. Depending on what we are given in our problem, depends on which formula we use. So there is two formulas for circumference. C is equal to 2 pi r, or C is equal to pi d. So if I'm given the diameter in a problem, so if this is my circle and I'm told that the distance across there, the diameter is 10 centimetres, then this is the formula I'll choose because I'm given the diameter. In the worked example in your textbook, worked example 5, which is here, this 2.5 represents the radius, so therefore this is the formula I use to find the circumference. And what I would simply do is say C for circumference is equal to 2 times by pi, and then r stands for radius, and so instead of radius I put 2.5. Pi is 3.14 blah blah blah, it goes on and on forever, and the best thing to do is, unless you were told, you use the pi button on your calculator. So if I use the pi button on my calculator, and I'll do that now, I go 2 times pi times 2.5, the circumference, and we write it's approximately, because it's going to go on and on and on and on, but it's approximately because I'll put here 15.70796327, but it does go on. It only stops because my calculator screen stops. But I'll probably, again, round it to 2 decimal points, so I go the circumference is equal to, reminder, rounding for decimal points. I said 2 decimal points, so I go 1, 2, I look at the number after the second decimal point, and that is 7. If this number is 5 or bigger, what it means is you move this 0 up to a 1. So if it says 2 decimal points, we go 1, 2, look at the one after, the third decimal point. If it is greater than 5, then you move this second decimal point up 1, so it's a 0, so you move it up to a 1. So the circumference is approximately 15, sorry, I've now lost that, 15.71, and remembering our units, centimetres. Okay, so circumference, a special name for the perimeter of a circle. Two formulas, 1, 2, and which one we use is dependent on if the question gives us our radius or if it gives us the diameter.